Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel AgriEdit. So this video is very special for the students who will be willing to pursue the M.Sc and the Ph.D. in the subject of biotechnology, because we have third-year PhD scholar who is Vinod Sharma, who is pursuing the PhD in the subject of biotechnology. So he is here to talk about the subject, to talk about the oral guidance regarding like how you can prepare for this exam for the M.Sc and the PhD, the scope and the opportunity in this subject. We'll be also talking about several other things that is related to your subjects. Okay, so stick with me until the end of this video, and this video will be very useful and beneficial to the students who are wanting to pursue the biotechnology in their M.Sc and the PhD. And we used to receive in every other video, we used to receive this comment that like, sir, please come up with some content for the biotechnology, and that's why we are here based on the audience request. And sir, thank you so much for coming into this podcast and being with me for this valuable sessions. I welcome you to this session. So before we proceed, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Vinod Kumar Sharma. I am from Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. I did my UG from Dr. Yashwant Singh Parmar University, Noni, Solan. And after that, I did my MSc in Agri, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology from US, Dharwad, University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad. Okay. After MSc, after pursuing MSc Agricultural Biotechnology, I started as a senior research fellow here in IARI, New Delhi, in Division of Genetics. And here I worked on a project, QTL mapping for Bacani disease in rice. And after that, after gaining some experience in research, then I joined as a PhD in NIPB, IARI, New Delhi.
Okay. So this is your overall journey, the academic journey that you have been here at the end. Yeah, that's great, sir. That's very nice. So let's start about why you choose to choose this subject of biotechnology for your MSc and PhD. If I ask this question, how would you answer this?
Well, I was always interested in the research field when I was in 12th grade. So I studied 2 chapters about biotechnology, RNA, DNA, and rDNA technology. So I got really interested into that these are the revolutionary technology, new technologies which can somehow change the world. So I got interested in that, and after that I joined as a B.Sc honors biotechnology. I am not from pure agricultural biotechnology or agriculture field. So I joined as a B.Sc honors biotechnology in my UG program, where I have studied plant biotechnology. So it's not like agriculture. So I have studied agriculture courses as well, but not pure on agriculture.
Okay, so your basic degree was not from agriculture, you are from non-agriculture background. So students, sir, there are a lot of audience who are from the non-agriculture background. They used to always comment on the certain videos to get the guidance about the biotechnology. We are from non-agriculture background, what is the competition level, how to come up to the IARI. So these are the questions, these are the quite common questions among the students. I guess from this video, all their doubts and questions will be answered. Okay, so from the biotechnology, B.Sc, you come for the MSc. What was the main reason you went from B.Sc to MSc, and through which exam you have went to MSc?
Okay, one thing I want to mention that the B.Sc degree I have done, it was a 4-year degree program, and whenever you want to get into state agricultural universities, you have to get 4-year degree. You cannot get through 3-year degree program. From 3-year degree, if you are having a 3-year degree in B.Sc, you can get into IARI in MSc program, and you can do that remedial courses. But for a state agriculture university, you have to have 4-year degree program. So I was having 4-year B.Sc degree program. After that, I gave there was one examination. It was called Combined Entrance Examination for Biotechnology, conducted by JNU and DBT. It was DBT, the organizing body for that exam. So through that, I entered into agricultural background. Then I did my MSc Agricultural Biotechnology there. So this is the main reason. This is the main way to get into the agriculture part.
Okay, if the audience are not from 4-year degrees, even if they are from non-agriculture background but they have not from the 4-year degree, the only option for them is to come into IARI by writing this ICAR exam.
Yes.
So the alternate eligibility that Vinod has mentioned, it's about that if you are completing your B.Sc from 3 years, then you will be only eligible at IARI. And the other state agriculture universities which he mentioned, it's about the agriculture universities, state agriculture universities if you want to go for any SAUs, then you should be compulsorily having the 4 years degree. Only then you can go and admit to those universities. Okay,
yes,
and you are from US Dharwad, like you have completed your
Yeah,
MSc
I did
from?
my MSc from US Harvard.
Okay, that's great. So next, like sir, after your MSc, like as you mentioned, like you worked as a SRF at IARI. So what was the path that that led you to this IARI, like to come into IARI?
So when I was in like MSc, I was doing MSc. I did my research in like heat tolerance in red wheat. At that time, my degree got little bit delayed, and I was not able to write the SRF exam on time. And so I thought that okay, I should go somewhere or get some research experience first. I was actually interested in research mostly. So I gave the interview in here in IRI Division of Genetics, and I got selected. And then I started working as a SRF, and I really I got a lot of experience and lot of knowledge about the molecular breeding. So new technology like marker assisted selection, these kind of knowledge I got here in
IRI.
during my SRF experience.
Okay. So like sir, when you were pursuing your MSc, like you already pre-decided that you have to go for PhD. So what made you to decide that you will be pursuing your PhD?
So when I was working here as a research fellow, I was like interacting with the scientists, and and other students. That time I realized like yeah, this is the field, that research is the field for me. Then I decided okay, I will pursue the PhD, and then I wrote CSR net and this ICR SRF exam and admitted here in NIPB IRI New Delhi.
And it is through the ICR SRF exam, like ICR PhD exams, you admitted to IRI, right?
Yes, ICR SRF.
Okay, and you also cleared the CSR net exam.
Yes,
Okay.
I am getting actually fellowship from CSR net now.
Okay, that's great. That's nice, very nice, sir. So now, like after getting into admitted into a PhD, like you are pursuing now. So what was the gap between the MSc and PhD?
I was like 3-4 year gap I have taken. I have it was actually when the COVID hit. So that time I was working as a SRF. So there was earlier I wanted to actually get into like overseas for pursuing my PhD. Later when the COVID hit, so it was like my program got halted and somehow and that time I was preparing for SRF this CSIR exam also. And while I was preparing for CSIR, I gave the exam ICR JRF SRF and I got IRI. So
okay, so that's
thankfully I am here now.
So this is where the most important things comes to, like if some student is preparing for the MSc or the PhD, so how one should proceed, and what are the different list of books that you feel as standard that will be a lot more beneficial for the ICR exam? So please give a list of.
As we talk about ICAR PhD exam, so if we talk about like agricultural biotechnology, you will see that about 85 to 90% of syllabus will come under CSIR net also. So if you are preparing for CSIR net exam, because CSIR asks questions in depth as compared to ICAR PhD exam, so you can prepare like sidewise for these two exams. In this, which I have like analyzed from like past 3-4 years of exam when I was preparing for this exam. So I found that 4 units are very important units. Like one is like molecular biology, and another one is biomolecules and its metabolism. Then molecular biology techniques, the gene cloning techniques, and some molecular breeding techniques. These are the like 3-4 units which are really important to focus on. So first one I will talk about like biomolecules and its metabolism. Here you will see that biomolecules like carbohydrate, amino acid, and proteins. Here its structure, so many different concept in these topics. These are important, and you have to like focus on in amino acid. You have to focus on charge calculation, like protein structure, 2D structure, 3D structure of protein. So how they form, like different structure of proteins and Ramachandra plot. These are some important topics. You have to be very thorough with this, and you have to read in depth in this unit. And second, I will talk about like cell biology and molecular biology. In cell biology, you will see that there are cell cycle, all organelles, all cellular organelles. Then plasma membrane, you have to read in depth. And in molecular biology, when you see there is like a central dogma, and there is DNA replication, transcription, translation. This topic you can relate to, like you have to connect the dots. These dots will be like in cell cycle. When you study the cell cycle, you have to relate the checkpoints to the replication. Sometimes they will ask these questions, like they will ask related to these questions in CSIR also, in ICR net also. So after that, central dogma. In central dogma, like in transcription and in translation, they will ask like very deep questions. Like if you are studying like RNA polymerase, what are the subunit of RNA polymerase? How it binds to promoter? What are the promoter sequences? So many different questions, like in depth they will ask. And after that you can study like concept of genes. In concept of gene you have to study operon concept, like gene regulation concept, prokaryotic operon, eukaryotic operon. These are the very important topics which I say where the most of the questions comes when you go to like plant biotechnology part, or just like plant physiology part. All the fundamental processes in that, like C3 C4 cycle, or all these cycles are all important. And after that, now when you go into the biotechnology part, in their cloning strategies, different cloning strategies will be there. Then vectors will be there, like different vectors. Different transformation techniques will be there, like agrobacterium transformation techniques. This is, you have to study like agrobacterium transformation, so you have to study like where in depth in with thorough knowledge. And different other transformation techniques, gene gun techniques, and some other techniques like which are specific to these. And like DNA sequencing is one of the major like topic. First generation sequencing, next generation sequencing, this topic is very important. And then after that there are like some other techniques. When you go to like molecular breeding techniques, you have to study like molecular markers, SSR marker, SNP markers, and marker assisted selection. These topics are also very important, as we are talking about ICAR PhD exam.
Okay.
So now about the books. So for second unit, which I have told, like biomolecules, like one book is very important. This is Lehninger. You can refer to like any biochemistry exam or any biochemistry topic, you can study from that book. And for, I think for all the like syllabus of molecular biology, you can prefer these books, like life sciences book part 1 and part 2 from Pathfinder Academy. This is very common, and I think everybody knows about this book. For introduction, for the biotechnology part, most of the time, most of the part of biotechnology you can cover in Expanding Horizon, Biotechnology by B.D. Singh, and Introduction to Biotechnology by H.S. Chawla. You can prefer that one. P.K. Gupta, and that Biotechnology by Satyanarayan. This Satyanarayan and P.K. Gupta, these two books are like very basic books. You will get very like basic knowledge, not basic knowledge actually, it is like
Foundation.
Yeah, foundation for it. Easy language. These books are written in very easy language, so everyone, if you are not like very well versed in the English language, then also you can understand it properly. So these books are like basic books. And for this molecular breeding, there is one book like which all prefer. I think even plant breeding students also prefer this marker assisted selection from like A.K. Singh and B.D. Singh. This book is very important and very interesting even to read these books. And for gene cloning strategies, you have to go for like T.A. Brown. T.A. Brown is very good book, gene cloning and other applications. And I think I have covered almost all the books which are
Okay, there are almost like 4 to 5 books that a student should read if he or she is going to pursue their PhD, like PhD to the ICR. So that's what it is. Okay, that's great. And these books also are similar for the MSc entrance?
Yeah, these books are also for the similar to the MSc entrance, but yeah, for the PhD you have to read in depth like concept. You have to relate to the other concepts. Like if you are studying like molecular biology concept, you have to relate to the cell biology part also. So you have to read in depth. But for like MSc, you don't have to read in depth. Okay. You just have to get like the knowledge whatever there is. And yeah, for the application part also, like there are some other like PCR, some other technologies are there. There you have to just read about like what are these technologies and how they are applied in agriculture, like what are their applications, what is the principle of that technology. So these are the things you have to understand or you have to remember. These are the questions mostly they will ask.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's nice, sir. Like you have elaborated each and everything in detail, broke the parts bit by bit, and you have mentioned the books. That's very nice. So I'll be like for your kind information, audience, like if you are like B.Sc Agriculture graduates or the B.Sc Biotechnology graduates, and you are willing to pursue your M.Sc, then this M.Sc under ICAR systems comes in a stream called as biotechnology. through by writing this biotechnology subject, you will be able to get the seat for either biotechnology, biochemistry, or plant physiology. So once you write this mainstream exam of biotechnology, either you can go for the biotechnology or the plant physiology or the biochemistry. So these are your options. Then moving forward, once you come for the PhD, you can select your specialization and go for the same subject. So this is about the M.Sc, which we did not talk about previously. And the PhD, I guess like most of the things are clear. So still, if you have any doubts on like how to cover any specific chapters or the units, you need some sources. So anyhow, like whatever sources that the sir has mentioned, we will be mentioning all of those in the description box. You can directly click on the links and purchase the books. But still, if you have any other doubts related to the subjects, like how to cover, what to read and what not to, you can always comment on this video. Like sir is always here to help us. Okay, help you people. And next, sir, like I'll be asking this question. This is the most interesting one actually. See, whoever is pursuing the M.Sc or PhD, obviously the goal is to get a job, get recruited into some good organization. So if we talk about the scope in the biotechnology, what actually like in reality, like at current conditions, so what is the scope?
So if we talk about scope of agricultural biotechnology here, for like all agriculture student, they know about that ARS exam. There is ARS exam, agriculture research scientist. So there are posts for agriculture scientist in agricultural biotechnology also, and you can go for like other scientist posts in other research institution. If we talk about like public sector or like government sector, and last year, so there was like a post in like Silk Board also for this agriculture biotechnology,
Okay.
and agriculture biotechnology is also eligible for patent examiner. We have like one or two students got into patent examiner also. And after that, if we talk about like private sector, there are like some opportunities in private companies like Bayer and Syngenta. There are like if you go for like R&D departments, then you can be scientist there also. And some of my friends, like they were having like agriculture biotechnology, but they then went into breeder position now. They are some of them are like senior breeder now in companies. So there are a lot of opportunities. But as compared to like core fields, we can talk about like in plant breeding and agronomy, there are lesser opportunity as compared to these fields, like in agriculture biotechnology. But I think in future there will be more opportunity for this, as it is the emerging field, and maybe government will.
Okay, so like if someone is actually wanting to pursue his M.Sc or her M.Sc in the PhD in the foreign universities, like if there's someone is planning to go abroad and for their studies, like what are the different opportunities or the unique opportunities they get?
Okay, so in foreign countries also there are like like very reputed universities which, and my some of my friends, like two or three of my friends from here, like they were working as a senior research fellow, and now they are working overseas. Some of them are like doing PhD in US, and some of them are in Europe. So there are like lot of opportunities as compared to, I think, India. In overseas there are
Better opportunities.
better opportunities for agriculture biotechnology.
Okay, so that's it overall about the scope and opportunities. Like if I want to summarize, like if you take the public sector and the private sector, in the public sector they are mainly about the scientist post, which is related to the ICAR and some other organization that will be recruited for this biotechnology students. And when we go for the private sector, there are also quite good opportunities for the students who are willing to pursue in the private. And if you are planning for the abroad, and the quite abroad has a very good opportunities or the better opportunities compared to the Indian scenes because of the technology advancement and the infrastructure. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So I hope like a student audience might have got some idea regarding the subjects. So sir, I would actually very curious to ask this question. So you mentioned that you had around 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 years of gap between the M.Sc and the PhD. Nowadays the students will be very much frustrated pursuing the M.Sc, like they never want to pursue the PhD, and but you still manage to pursue your PhD after 2 to 3 years of gap, or the 3 to 4 years of gap. So how was it exactly? Like what was your mindset? Like,
Well,
how you made up your mind like you want to do it for sure?
When I started, like when I joined as a SRF, then when I was in M.Sc, I didn't have that much of idea about research. But when I joined as an SRF senior research fellow, I have seen like on ground level how you do it, like on field level how you plan your experiment, in lab how you do it. Like I worked on like QTL mapping for Bacana disease in rice. So there was like phenotypic experiment. There are like genotyping experiment that you have to do. I was working on SSR markers. So that time I was like, I got really interested in to see like, okay, how the population is like in phenotypically how it is expressing, how I can see it on genotypic level, how the bending pattern is like showing like, okay. So these are the things, how you select the rails, how you go for the nils development. Nils like near isogenic line, and rails are like recombinant inbred lines if students are interested in it. So when I got to know that, okay, how this varietal development process works, like from the ground level, when you find the gene, and when you develop the nails, you can transfer the gene into a particular variety, how it goes, and after that there are some trials for that to the varietal development. It is quite interesting. So that is the like this time when I was like 3-4 years here, I got so much of experience in this, and that's how I was like, okay, I have to go in this, and I have to be like somewhere like in future, somewhere near in future, I have to be a scientist, or be like go into the breeding or work breeding or these kind of new technology.
So in the meantime of 3 to 4 years, you were not mentally down anytime, like you were always
No, not at all.
That's very unique thing about you, like as I said, because most of us, like what happens, like once we go for the M.Sc or the Ph.D, there will be a extra pressure, like obviously that everyone will be having that to get recruited as early as possible. Still, because of the research passion you had, like you managed to come for the Ph.D after 2 to 3 years of gap. That's very appreciating. So that's it, sir. Like this is what I wanted to discuss with you in this video. So I would be also asking you one last question. Like if there is any message to the students who are wanting to come for the biotechnology field after their B.Sc biotechnology or the B.Sc agri biotechnology, like what you will suggest?
Okay, I will suggest that if you are preparing for agricultural biotechnology, mostly to like be thorough with your concepts, and study the PYQs, and like study strategically. You don't have to study all the things. If you study all the things, you cannot remember the things. All the things you cannot remember, and molecular biology portion is like really, it is challenging to remember also, and you have to connect the dots also. So it can be challenging. So you have to study like some chapters you have to study, some of the chapters you have to you have to ignore also. So that's how you have to study. And one more thing is like revision. You have to revise, like revision is must. You have to revise like whatever you are studying in the whole week, you have to revise in the weekends. So this is how you can prepare and be disciplined. This perseverance will will be fruitful for you in the near future. And one more thing, and because I have started my own channel also. There is my channel. It's called Green Genetics. So there I'm discussing about all these concepts, molecular biology concepts, and biochemistry concepts in details. So you can check out my channel also. So it is a great opportunity actually. The Agri Addict have provided me, so I can speak about my channel also here.
Yeah, that's always the collaborative approach like we have. So sir has recently started his own channel regarding like in which like he'll be posting the videos related to the biotechnology. And I know obviously students will comment now that they want some dedicated course for the biotechnology too. So in the coming days, like we'll be also planning to launch this biotechnology course that will definitely help you people. So we are in the plan. The plan is in the pipeline. So we'll try to come up as soon as possible so that it should help you people in your exams, in writing your exams, and you will be getting the valuable guidance from the platform I'm getting. Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being on this platform, sharing your valuable knowledge and guiding our students.
Thank you very much.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.